Hey everyone, how's it going? We're finally getting back to Ace Combat after playing through all of Ace Combat 3 and not being able to play Ace Combat 4 at all. We're jumping into Ace Combat 0, which is the next released game that I'm actually able to play. And I think this is how we're going to handle the whole franchise and a lot of games that I have to emulate or find on old hardware, is we're basically going to play what we can. But regardless, hi, how's it going? Good to see everyone. Sorry I missed the Saturday stream. I was planning on doing a zoo stream, but I was just way too tired that night, and stuff got way too complicated, so I just decided to go to bed early and get some rest, which I'm glad I did. I feel much better now. The zoo was a lot of fun. We had a great time. But now it's back to gaming, you know? I gotta get up and turn the air off here in a second. Hopefully the heat is kind to me tonight. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the pre-roll, and then we'll be right back.
Hello there.
Hey, Misty. I'll be right there in a second. Sorry, I had to plug my fan. Don't go nowhere. Hi, Mist. How's it going? I almost missed you. Hey, Kree, good to see you, my fellow Ace Combat streamer. How you doing, man? I have never played it. I booted it up earlier and played a bit, but other than that, I've never touched it. When I booted it up earlier, though, I was kind of shocked at how creepy and somber the atmosphere of like the menus and stuff were. I'm so used to Ace Combat 4. It is pretty funny. Oh, jeez. I have been... what have I been up to? Mostly stressing about an upcoming in-person D&D campaign I'm going to be hosting in my hometown. I'm very excited. I hope people actually show up. Hey, TJ, how you doing, man? Are you ready to see me fly into shit again? Or Thunder Mobile is out. I don't even want to talk about. Man, can we talk about how annoying it is when you get an acronym that you like? When there's just an acronym that everyone agrees on is the acronym, and then somebody fucking, you're trapped by ads. I'm so sorry, Kree. I'm so sorry. I tend to lump them at the start of my streams. But don't you guys hate it when there's an acronym for something and you're familiar with that acronym, and then someone just comes along and is like, oh, PS2 stands for PlanetSide 2 now. Motherfucker, it stood for PS2 ever since the PlayStation 2 came out. Shut up. I hate that. I hate when people use acronyms for the wrong things. It drives me nuts. Like, oh man. There are some that are used so often by so many different things that you can't really help it. Like AC. What does AC stand for? Does it stand for Assassin's Creed? Does it stand for Ace Combat? Does it stand for Animal Crossing? What does it stand for? But like, at the end of the day, who cares? Because the most popular one will win out, and that's probably going to be... When I hear AC, I think Assassin's Creed. And so, like, with some acronyms, for example, like FF. Yeah, there's Fatal Fury. Yeah, there's Final Fight. But FF stands for Final Fantasy. I have ads. No, I was subbed. Poor Kree. I am targeting you with Oni. I'm sorry. That one is especially irritating because, like, that's the name of something. It also stands for. But the thing is, the thing that you named was like third place. Because the second place for Oni isn't the game Oni, it stands for Office of Naval Intelligence from Halo, which is also by Bungie. So, like, Bungie has Oni, they have that acronym locked down, and like... But no, I actually got this from, not from our conversation earlier, Mist, but me going on Reddit and trying to find PlayStation 2 subreddits to advertise my stream on, and finding all these fucking PlanetSide 2 Reddits that have stolen the acronym. It's so upsetting. The thing is, I've never heard of the first two. Well, to be fair, that makes sense, because no one's ever heard of Oni. But when I hear Oni, like, even so, I think Office of Naval... I don't know, because I'm just a big Halo fan, and I like Bungie, so... That's fair, I guess. Like the most intense one slash pointless one was GOW, which was Gears of War versus God of War. GOW stands for God of War. Gears is just Gears. You're adding in extra syllables that you don't need. It's easier to say Gears than it is to say GOW. Then again, you're also adding syllables with the other one. You don't really say it, you just type it. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome to the Ace Combat stream. I was bitching about acronyms because that's just what I have on my mind. When I hear Oni, I think of the Japanese creatures. That too. And after them, I think of Oni and G. So, like, yeah, it's just the acronym's been fucking taken at this point, and I don't like it when other people. I don't like it when these newfangled games show up and try to steal acronyms that hard-working games from my childhood have. You know, like it's so petty, but it really gets under my skin every time. Oxney, I like Oxney. Oxney's good. It's fun to say too. Oh man. Let me make sure that it's working. It doesn't seem to be working. Gotta love PCSX2. My goodness. My goodness. Come on, work, you bastard. Let's go ahead and turn it off and then back on, maybe? There it is. Yeah. Yeah. That's petty, TJ. I'm sorry. But no, Oni's been around for way longer, but it's a very obscure PS2 game that not a lot of people have heard of. Like, on occasion, you'll just have popularity win it. Like, I'm sure Oxygen Not Included is way more popular than Oni, but is it popular enough to completely erase it? Like, I don't know, man. Because FF is Final Fantasy no matter what. Like, because Fatal Frame and Fatal Fury and Final Fight all exist, but... in Fighting Fantasy, but like, come on, you know it's Final Fantasy. FF means Final Fantasy. Anyway, yeah, my petty obsessions with acronyms aside, let's play some Ace Combat Zero. This is a very creepy start screen. Kind of reminds me of a Resident Evil game. It's very quiet as well. Let me test my sound real quick. Yeah, that's way too quiet. We gotta turn that up. Yeah, I'm waiting a couple weeks and I'm going to be doing in-person D&D, and I'm really hoping the turnout's good. If it isn't, I'm not going to give up, but I'm going to probably double down on my efforts to get attention. Yeah, fight a few years before. But it's not as old as this ancient PS2 game. And it's just super funny to me sometimes. Clear difference between the PS1 and the PS1. TJ, if you're a hardware collector, absolutely. But if you're like a normal human being... Because I know what you mean. I 100% know what you mean. The PS1, the letter P, letter S, number 1, is the brick. It's the original PlayStation console to come out. It also is just short for the game. And the PSOU or ONE stands for the much smaller version with the pop top. And yeah, because it's a very different model, and it's PSOUNE. I would join if I could, but I live in a separate country and I have no idea where you live. That is fair. That is fair. I would love it if I could just invite you guys to my IRL table, because you're people I know, and I'd rather have people I know versus people I don't, but is what it is. Where do the PSX stands stand?
Oh, him?
I mean,
yeah.
I have never not known one. Everyone loves the PS1. The PS1's amazing.
It happened years
It had
ago.
Zero competition. Well,
Did
they
you
both
know
have pop tops. You're so
there are
right.
three
You're so
kind of
fucking right.
aces?
It had no competition, Alex says, while the Nintendo
Those who live
64
for pride.
exists.
Those who can lead the tide of battle.
See,
Those
like,
are the three.
okay, look,
And him? He was a true ace.
like, okay, I actually
He
started.
was a fighter pilot they called Solo Wing Pixie.
Oh, okay.
He was a colleague of the man I seek.
Like-
10 years ago, there was a war that engulfed the world. The Belkan War. And in that war was a pilot who trailed across the sky and disappeared from history. He was a lone mercenary who inspired both fear and admiration. He is the man I seek. And so, with the words of Solo Wing,
Solo
curtain
Wing
rises.
Pixie sounds like the name of someone in my Discord.
It was a cold and snowy day.
Is this Yuri Lowenthal? Are we seeing IRL Yosuke / Spider-Man? Yeah, absolutely. Graphically and sound-wise. Well, I mean, okay. Because back then it was crazy because, like, there was no clear winner or loser, but there were little differences they had. Like, PS1 could not have had Z fighting textures like a motherfucker, right? But the N64 had issues as well. It also had less
A
data.
major squadron of Belkin bombers has crossed our border.
Ace Combat
It's making
Attorney.
its way here to Belay Air Base.
The eldritch sounds of the cartridges, I like that. That's good.
Hegemony over the entire Republic of Ustio. Belay Air Base is our country's last line of defense. If our base falls, no one will be left to stop Belka from taking over Ustio. Your mission is to destroy the squad of bombers and defend our base. Belka's invasion must end here.
Hell yeah. Let's do it. Stop Belka. Yeah. Less memory. You could see it with certain games when they got ported. So we have 2 targets. Well, 6 targets. 8 targets. 10 targets. We have 10 targets. That's pretty cool. But, like, yeah, it's, there was differences. They had benefits and drawbacks. But the main thing I care about when it comes to a game system is its library. The N64 had way less games that mattered, but the games that the N64 that did matter mattered so much more than anything on the PS2 or on the PS1. Like, in terms of pushing gaming forward, like, I'm sorry, Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time pushed gaming ahead so far. They created new genres. And, like, the PS1's got amazing shit, but it's mostly just perfected versions of what we already had. Better racing games, better stealth action games, better RPGs, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, they actually had the N64 DD, like the Nintendo 64 disk drive. Ace Combat Attorney, I'd play that. Me too, man. It'd be a crossover between Namco and Capcom, but it's happened before. We had Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Let's go with this one. I don't know. I want something that's good all around, but air to air, air to ground. Yeah, we're not doing any air to ground right now, so yeah, do this one. I don't want that. I'd like some longer range missiles if possible. Something that's better ranged. But it's not telling me its range statistics, so I can't really do anything with that. Unguided bomb, medium range air-to-air missiles. Okay. 4 targets simultaneously. That's pretty useful. Alright, sounds good to me. Yes, absolutely, I agree. For all, what is a man in nature? A nothing in relation to infinity. All in relation to nothing. A central point between nothing and all, and infinitely far from understanding either. It's like a fucking Judge quote from Blood Meridian. Holy shit. What is war? Yeah, I agree. I think behind Steam, like only slightly behind Steam, the PS2 was the best platform to buy games on. Oh, that's tough. Turn-based racing RPG. And that would probably play like Dark Future, but without the combat. Because we have racing RPGs, we have at least one, and that's called Laguna Racing for the PS1. Wolfenstein: The New Order. TJ. Yeah, okay, yeah, but up until the PS4, okay, yeah, this is one of those reasons why I think Sony totally dropped the ball with their later systems. Up until the PS4 came out, every Sony system was a kick-ass media center. So, like, the PS2 was the best CD player you could get at the time. And, like, the PS1 was the best CD player you could get at the time. And the PS2 was the best DVD player you could get at the time, and still is. And the PS3 was an amazing Blu-ray player, and the PS4 sucks when it comes to that, actually, but... Yeah, exactly, like, you're 100%. Like, those systems were amazing, like, media centers. Did Do you? Really? I'm never offline with the damn thing, but that's awful, man. I'm sorry. I don't own a PS5. Me buying the PS4 was a mistake that I'm probably never going to make again. I consider that purchase to be a waste. I still consider that purchase to be a waste of my money, because almost everything that's on it is on the PC now, and I don't really need that anymore. How do I switch weapons? You know what? I agree 100. I agree 100%. I'm the same way with my PS4. It's a YouTube box. Let me check the Ace Combat 0 controls. Don't know how to switch my weapons. There we go. Let's grab the user manual. I love that people just uploaded full PDFs of these things. Alright, well that's pointing out the buttons on the controller. What are we looking for? There we go, normal mode. We are looking for switching buttons. Switching weapons. I'll hold down to track missile. Really? That's cool. Sorry, I'm just looking on another monitor for, allow, prohibit special weapons. Okay. Where's the switch weapon button? Turn bore sight mode on or off? Okay, well, looks like I'm gonna have to fuck with this for a while to feel it out. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, the system already supports 4K, doesn't it? Wouldn't it? Doesn't it make sense for it to have that? Alright, my controller's not working. That's great. Alright, well, the game's frozen. Right, what do we got here? We got controls continue, disperse, special weapon. How do I switch weapons? Ace Combat 0 switch weapons. How do you switch weapons? No, not Ace Combat 5, idiot. Oh, I guess it's a special weapon. I guess I'm just not going to use it. God, are you serious right now? Fucking emulator, for real? Are you crashing on me, motherfucker? According to my computer, it's not even open. No, I'd like to play my game, please. I'd like to play my game, please. Yeah, shut it down, I guess. Fuck. I didn't really get anything done in the mission yet, so don't look at me. I don't know. Never heard of this game. That's fair. It's so annoying, though, when a game's just like... I don't know. I don't like it when games change controls like that, because like in Ace Combat 3, you just hit a single button to switch your weapons. Switch between bombs and guns. Yeah, no, Misty's right. Sometimes the new TJ, the new Xbox is called the Xbone. This is known. This is Xbox known. Xbone, Xbonone. Call the Xbox One X the Xbonks. Xbonex. Also, by the way, I don't think the Xbox, the Xbone is a bad system. It's literally just I don't respect it. Not that I don't respect the system. I think it's a great system. I've heard it's a great system. Microsoft's were just fucking morons for naming it like that, because we already have a system called the Xbox One, and it's the original Xbox. Everyone calls like, for the longest time, up until the release of the Xbone, everyone called the original Xbox the Xbox One. I refuse to change.
Listen up.
The new Xbox is called the Xbone. My first Xbox is the Xbox One. They're all the same to me. I don't know. I don't play on Xbox. Because then you have the one... Because you have the ones that are iterations on each other, and then you have the new one. I don't remember if that's the Xbone Sex or not, but I literally call the new one the Xbone... The Series X I call the Xbone Sex. That's so terrible. That naming is awful. Battlefield 1 is not the first Battlefield game. That's annoying, but it actually means something in that case. The Xbox original. Oh, that's how it just selects. I feel stupid. we go. It's one. The X-Bone. What's the difference between the PS1 and the PS1, TJ? And does it actually matter, or is it just little things? Because, like, here's what I define as not mattering. The fucking PS2 and the PS2. The PS2 and the PS2 Slim, one has a weed port / hard drive slot, but the other doesn't, and that doesn't fucking matter. They're still both the PS2. Unless I can't, like, unless it, like, lets me play a new format of game, it doesn't matter. 360, Xbox One. It's funny how you put them out of order like that. You could attach a screen to the PS1. Cool. Does it matter if you don't have the screen, though? No, by the way, that's a really cool thing. I saw that in a magazine, and I thought it was amazing. That's super cool. But, like, yeah, TJ's like, no, they're different systems! And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. They both use the same kind of ROM. The screen's so sick. The screen is so sick, man. There we go. We got two guys here. We're gonna go and see if we can hit multiple targets. Come on, give me another one. Or not. Woo! Yeah, pretty much. That's fine. I don't actually hate any... I don't think I hate any game system except for the PS4, but that's because I feel like I wasted my money on it, and I'm more mad at myself for buying it when I knew I didn't need it. One S versus the One X. Yeah, they're basically the same system. One's smaller and runs a bit cooler. Oh, shit! There we go. Feels good. Feels fucking good. Oh, it's only 100? That ain't bad. That ain't bad for something like a piece of old collector technology like that. Of course, it's in a world where you can play PS1 games for free on your computer, so there's that, or your phone. But I mean... Misty, just because you didn't have one doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I can't be like, oh no, the Sega refers to the Dreamcast. Like, no. It only refers to the Dreamcast. The Genesis Note never existed. I never owned one. There is no DS Lite. There's only the 3DS. Never owned a DS Lite. The Sega Saturn has ceased to exist. Oh, TJ's a crazy hardware nut. I just call the Xbox One. That's. I'm gonna sound like such a pedantic fuck, but that's super wrong. I know, man. It's all right. It doesn't matter. It's just funny to think about and poke fun at. There we go. Let's target the bomber. There are actual target. I remember now. Yellow or orange targets is for secondary, whereas the red ones are the ones you're actually after. To be fair though, like I like if you decide to call the Xbox One, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna halt the entire fucking stream. I'm gonna go ahead and say calling the system Xbox One with the number 1, that's chaotic evil. Like you're choosing the chaotic evil path. I'm choosing the like chaotic good path, which is calling it fucking the X-Bone. Because fuck them for naming it something stupid, and it allows the original Xbox to still be remembered and acknowledged as the Xbox One. And then you're like, Misty is choosing evil, man. Misty's choosing the chaotic evil path. It's like people who call My Hero Academia Boku no Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Academia. It's like, motherfucker, the name's been translated. You speak English. Come on. Get your shit together. That's how I've always called it. I know. I mean, some people don't choose evil. Some people are just born into it. Oh, that's mean. So yeah, you're more like the parent who calls the person who calls the NES the Nintendo. Fucking Nintendo released PSAs about that, man. That was so funny. They were like people were like, I got my Nintendo system, I'm so happy, and then in Nintendo Power, Nintendo's just like, actually, you guys, it's called the Nintendo Entertainment System. Actually. Is this your first Ace Combat game? No, I play a lot of games, so it's been so long. The last Ace Combat game I played was Ace Combat 3 last year, so I don't actually recall the specifics of targeting and stuff. And when I remember Ace Combat in my head, I only remember targeting red targets. I played Ace Combat 4 growing up, it's just I play so many other games that I forget things. And if I play terrible, then, well, that's just because I'm terrible at games. If you're looking at my gameplay and you're like, oh, this guy's terrible, like, yeah, no, I'm just bad at games. Yellow targets are neutral, you can destroy them, but that changes your morality meter. What? There's a morality meter? Oh, they're neutral. Whoa! I didn't know that. That's awesome. That wasn't a thing in Ace Combat 3. You just had, you had yellow for... Oh, that's fair. I'm not attacking you for your beliefs. You've only ever seen it being... I have never... You are the first time. I'm not attacking you for your beliefs. I'm not saying you're actually evil. It's a meme. The thing of, like, where you'll have, like, the D&D alignment chart, and they'll assign things to that. That's really cool. That's really neat.
My first impression was... he had potential.
I'll be nice, TJ. But no, it's like, I'm not trying to be mean to you, and I'm sorry if that's what's coming across as. It's more just, when I say you're being chaotic evil, I'm referring to the actual meme of, like, basically taking different statements and assigning them to the alignment chart. 1 minute. Alignment... Boku... No, here we go. Let me see if I can find it. Because there was a thing that was like pronunciations of the title of the anime My Hero Academia, and it's like, oh no, it's all right. No, I get it. Yeah, no, you weren't being mean. I got you. You just genuinely called it Xbox One, and I'm just looking at you like, really? I have never. That is the first time I ever saw it. I'm not finding it. Crap. It's pretty obscure, to be honest. But like, I'm just looking at this point. Yo, One Bloke, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna have to be careful about my alignment going forward, unless I want to go full evil.
Belka's attack on Valais Air Base has failed. Your efforts will not go unrewarded.
I actually really like.
Actions may well decide who wins the Belkan War.
I always loved watching the arrows after the mission. A lot of fun. It fucks with my brain. Yeah, it's like when you go to someone's house and they have their toilet paper hung wrong. Or like where you get into a conversation with people about how you wipe your ass and you realize everyone in the room wipes them differently than you, and you're the weirdo then. Mercenary is evil, soldier is neutral, knight is good. Okay, I'm gonna try and be a good pilot. It's like... Yeah, it's like TJ's thing of the PS1 versus the PS1, I think that's crazy. Because it represents the same thing. But in the case of the Xbox One versus the Xbox One, those are systems that are like 10 years apart from one another. This is gonna be, this is gonna be my night save file. This is gonna be my night save file. Yeah, I literally only ever call it the X-Bone. I rarely refer to it as the Xbox One. But then again, I never have a reason to talk about the Xbox One or the X-Bone.
But now, a decade after the peace accords, a portion of the records was finally released.
Ooh.
I quickly got a hold of it. Wanting more details, I acquired information from unknown sources. There was a reason for my obsession. The roots of the war lie in the Belkan Federal Law Review that took place in 1988. Belka, suffering from economic strife, permitted its eastern territory to secede.
Hoop knife is real, PJ. People, like, knights would coat their blades with shit in order to give the enemy infections.
Economic troubles did not subside.
Does it? Alright.
Meanwhile,
not info from unknown sources!
Situation, The world's
I love
superpower,
the
Osia
writing
continued to
style of
flourish.
Ace Combat. It's so strange, real, but strange.
Amidst the economic
Like
panic,
when they go
an
like, I
extreme
acquired
right-wing
information
party
from
power within
unknown
Belka,
sources.
aiming
So-
to restore strength and stability to the nation.
I just realized what Ace Combat's writing style
And
is.
on March 25th, 1995, with the discovery of
I'll
the
talk about it
natural
here in a second.
resources in Ustio, Belka began to invade its neighbors. It was the beginning of
That's
the
so
Balkan
disgusting, TJ. Yeah.
War. Unprepared, each country fell
Also,
quickly
Ace Combat
before
is a
the
very
might
like
of the
strong
legendary
anti-war
Balkan
stance, so
Air
someone who
Force.
profits off of war would probably be like the biggest
In just
evil.
a few days,
Unless it's
they
Ace Combat
occupied all
2.
territories except for the mountain range. In response, the occupied Ustio government military placed all their hopes on a joint operation between Osia and the foreign mercenary
Oh, there's Michigan. There's me. There's me. Aw,
This, of course,
it's very
can be
telling.
found
I'll tell you
any
about what it
history
is in a second, because I want to wait for it to be
book.
over,
But I
because I
noticed a
gotta
strange
have the space to
similarity
actually
in
talk.
materials I gathered.
Mercenary
There were several
Squadron.
accounts about a mercenary. All followed by
TJ,
a code
cutting up
word.
your feces with a knife is not is not in any way comparable to
Still,
calling the
I was
Xbox
intrigued.
One the Xbox One with the number one.
I decided to pursue
That's
the
so
history of the Balkan
gross.
War
Yeah,
through
it's
this mercenary.
that's Michigan.
I was certain
That's
I
me.
would find something there. Would it be the hidden
I live in
truth
Mitten
behind the
Country.
war, or just another battlefield legend?
The Battlefield legend.
I wasn't able to meet the
I'm glad to see
mercenaries.
Michigan still intact despite
Actually,
America
it's
being all twisted.
questionable if he ever did exist.
Osea being all fucked up. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is like
Thanks to
this is
some
like
friends in the military,
alternate
I
Earth.
was able
It's
to track down
basically Earth.
several individuals
It's a
who knew
Earth
him.
that has a completely different top to bottom alternate history. It's really
Solo
cool.
Wing
It's time.
is one such
Holy
man.
shit, Solo Wing's here! I was literally okay when they said Solo Wing's name in this. I said it literally sounded like a Discord or a Twitch user. And here comes Solo Wing Jodito. Good to see you. Hello. They put New Zealand and Antarctica. Wow, that's like, did someone pick like? Is it like Gundam where they picked up New Zealand and dropped it on Antarctica, or is it just it moved, or it's just different in their world? The continental flow is different.
Bridges along this route, 3 over the Are River, all heavily guarded by the Balkan Armored Corps. Securing this route is critical to Ustio's attack on the Balkan forces.
No, it's fucked around with coastlines. Oh, okay, very well.
Blocking passage along this route and secure the supply line between our forces.
There's no meaning to it. Got you. So I've nailed it down. I very recently watched the fantastic movie Shin Godzilla, which is the newest Japanese Godzilla movie. Utterly fantastic. The way that people sound in this, sub Jodito, hello. The way that people talk in Ace Combat reminds me of the way that Americans speaking English in Japanese movies talk. Not like the dub, more like the people that, the white people they have in Japan to play Americans in Japanese movies. The way that they talk reminds me of Ace Combat. It's so crazy to me. Later, Misty. Thanks for stopping by. Get some sleep. Sorry if I upset you, but that's the way that that's what Ace Combat's dialogue reminds me of. And I'm just like, finally I've nailed it down because these games have such unique writing, and I really love it. Question: you guys are like probably bigger Ace Combat fans than me. In Japan, are these games still in English, like Resident Evil and Devil May Cry, where those games come out in Japan in English because they're supposed to be American characters? Why are there 4 MGS Master Collections on Steam? I don't know. I've mostly ignored them up to this point because it's really confusing. No, they're in Japanese. Alright, fair enough. I was curious, because, like, why everyone was yelling. No, I was more just marking out about how funny the whole situation was. Let's check out my hangar. Oh, I have money! How much money do I have? Oh, I have, like, no money. What are my options? Alright, I can buy... Oh, I can buy a MiG! Oh boy, this isn't the one I'd pick, though. The one I like is not this one, so we'll come back. Very well, I was curious. I used to think Metal Gear Solid was like that too, but it's not. Color standard. There's colors? There's alternate colors? That's awesome. Let's try out the Draken this time. We played the Tiger 2 last time. We have ground targets on this round, right? So we're gonna do air-to-air missile, and then Quick maneuver, air to air. Blew the bomb. For after all, what is a man to nature? Nothing in relation to infinity. All in relation to nothing. A central point between nothing and all, and infinite and infinitely far from understanding. We have suit. Oh, damn it, I fucked it up. I love the intro to Ace Combat 4 so much. The we have so far to go. I love it. I love it so much. We have so. I mean, if it was a different quote every time, like Call of Duty or like Space Marine, I wouldn't mind. But like the fact that it's the same quote and it sounds like it's the Judge from Blood Meridian saying it or Skullface from Metal Gear Solid, it's like, yeah. Oh, I get why there are 4 of them. PlayStations or Ace Combats? We have so 4 to go. Each game is on its own, but you can only buy them in a bundle, not separately. That's weird. Oh, you mean for the Metal Gears. Okay. Alright, ground targets you said, so I'll switch over to bombs. Why doesn't anything work the way it does in 3? Also, that's some decent looking ground textures. Am I playing this on an emulator? Yes. Does it lock on? Is this busted on an emulator? Oh, right. I should know that. I'm dumb. I forget things way too easily. Bye APC. Bye tank. Well, this is gonna be a cakewalk. No. All right. Good. Because Ace Combat 4 is messed up on emulation. Air to air. Oh. SASMs are air to air. Wow. Wow, I really botched it, huh? Alright, so that's a no-go target. I was really curious why I had so many targets that weren't red. But yeah, I always saw... The reason... Like, I always focus on the red targets in general in these games, because it's like... I always saw being an ace as like, I'm coming in to surgically hit a target. Like, I'm not there to fight the entire war, I'm here to kill very specific high-value targets, get in, get out, you know? At least that's always been my headcanon, personally, and the way I like to play. Woo! Windmill? Okay, I kind of want to blow up the windmill. I wonder how low poly these models are. Being AC4 to run on PC has to such a pain. Right? Oh my god. Like, I couldn't, and I ended up just skipping to this one. Because it's a prequel, and typically prequels you can start with, so... But yeah, how do you... Well, like that's my headcanon for being an ace in this game. Is that I'm here to hit specific high-value targets. Not, like, fight the entire war myself. Alright, coming back from another one. We're at war with the Netherlands. Actually, what country is Belka? I was always curious about that. Oh wow, I love the way that, like, as you get close, like, you can feel the plane stalling and the wind hitting the plane. It's so nice. These games have always struck me as the perfect, like, balance between arcade and sim sensibilities. Belka is Germany. Hey, you be honest? Alright. My girlfriend can't watch me play this, by the way. She's so scared of heights. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd wait. Yeah, I feel bad. Well, it's just she can't even watch me play it. Like, I'm sad. I wish she could watch me play it, because this is one of my favorite... Like, I love Ace Combat, and I love flying games in general. But, like... It's just one of those games she can't watch me play because of her fear of heights. She freaks out. She can't handle it. I think maybe how do I put it? Um, I knew she was afraid of heights. Maybe my first showing her of the gameplay of Ace Combat shouldn't have been me flying straight up into the air and then falling to the earth. That's my engine stall. Maybe I shouldn't have shown her that as her first impression. I'm so mean about that, though. L4D soon? October, my friends. That's a Halloween game. Oh, shit. I always used to get really scared. I still do get scared on these missions, and the heights do get to me sometime. I can't deny that. Come on. No, I haven't. Tell me about that. I can probably use my my rudders to move. I'll stabilize and then come back around. I really wish I could just snap to specific angles, because like sometimes I just want a hard 90-degree angle to fly with. All right, surface air missiles. Goodbye. There we go. Twitch, why are you so evil? Twitch, why are you so evil? Why don't you let my friends support me? It's okay, I know you're supporting me in spirit. You could always do Patreon, and I'll give you the role. But I can't... I won't be able to remove your Twitch ads. I would if I could. If it were up to me, no one would have to see ads on my channel. I don't make shit for ads. It's also just annoying, and it, like, lowers the qualities of my streams. I would rather have an ad-free stream. But yeah, like, turn on that pesky ad block. But I can link you to my Patreon if you want, TJ, if you still want to support me and get, like, access to the council and stuff. You and the creator of that Warhammer porn game would be my only contributors there, but... You go up to a certain altitude, it stalls your plane and forces you back down. You can abuse this to go up to absurd speeds. Oh, that's wonderful. I love that. That's so fun. I need to see that. I need to see what that looks like. Hold on. I can't just hear that and then not look.
Thanks to you, Ustio will now be able to launch a counterattack.
Also, more shooting here says Twitch no longer takes IDL. That's really rough. I will link you to the Patreon. 1 second. Hey, this isn't my page. This is somebody else's Patreon. Oh, it's somebody I followed. Cool. Yeah, let's... There we go. Alright, I'll send it to you. Oh, I forgot to ping all the Twitches all the Discords I'm in. 1 second. You're back, guys. Sorry. Getting all distracted all over the place. I always forget, like, no matter what happens when I'm starting up my stream, one thing will always go wrong. It's the rule. Something, like, one thing that I didn't account for will always go wrong. Take it easy, Twit. Take it easy, Discord. That's kind of the rule of being a streamer. Like, you'll always have one issue at least. Did I forget to ping my own server? Did I? Oh my god. Can't believe I did that. Right. Element OP. I can't find you now. Gosh darn it. There you go, man. Back to it. Sorry about that. This is the stall speed glitch. It's really funny. Alright, let's take a look, guys. The stall speed glitch. Alright, this is 11 minutes long. I'll watch this after the stream. Sorry, I just don't want to eat up all the stream time with other things. But yeah, we'll get back to it. Okay. Go to 3:30. All right, let me save real quick because I just realized that this game crashed earlier from me alt-tabbing, so let me just save real quick and we'll pop on over to that. Okay. Oh no, now it's hold on, let me pause. Okay. My brain's all over the place. I kind of had a bit to drink before the stream started. At 3:30, you said? All right, let's take a look. Oh, maybe not that one. 3:40. Okay, gotcha. 3.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Oh, alright, here we go.
That's all good, Pant. Sorry, I forgot to ping you guys. Oh no, okay.
God, fuck, I hate this game. I fucking hate this. Wasted billions of dollars of taxpayer money doing this stupid shit.
Oh, that's good. We're doing some React content, you guys. Oh, the speed.
Oh my god. Can I get 2 million chicken nuggets? At this point, I was convinced I had reached an all-time highest score. I felt like Billy Mitchell getting the highest score in Pac-Man for the
I'm definitely gonna have to watch this later. That's wonderful, man. I love it. Okay, let me make sure the game's working before I continue. Unpause it. There we go. Did I skip a cutscene? Son of a bitch. That's okay. I can load a save real quick. I can load a save real quick. I'm fast. Alright. Go. Sadic's good port. Did you watch it yet? No, I've been busy. I'm sorry, Pan. I'll have to. I've also been not on the D&D chat. I apologize. I'll get on that right after the
Head
stream.
Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance mission to be conducted near the border.
Nope. Alright, no cutscene.
You will be monitoring the airspace
Operator Choker 1.
B7R, currently under Belkin control.
E7er.
Strong opposition is expected by enemy squadrons, and the presence of a magnetic field has been detected, which may interfere with communications.
Okay, okay.
In short, this will not be a walk in the park. The B7R airspace is located above an area rich in subterranean resources, where many conflicts have been fought in the
What's
past.
next mouth?
You're authorized
Nice.
to engage enemy planes upon contact.
Play Warhammer with me now.
The time has come for your skills.
Why do the
to be
shooty
tested.
pant? Choker 1. Alright. Oh, no hostiles? Maybe should have paid attention to the actual briefing, Jay. Alright, well, let's save. Let's check the briefing again, because I was just not paying attention. Jay or Circe.
Head Operations has issued an emergency order for a reconnaissance.
Ah, it's
mission
recon. Alright,
conducted
got
near
it.
the border.
Noted. There we go. Start mission. And we got the Draken. We haven't tried the F1 yet. That'd be fun to try. Oh, we have a rocket launcher. We should have used that on the last mission. Alright, well, in that case, we'll try this one. It does say bomber right underneath it. Roll for F. It's the same quote every time. I'm just like, I'm ready to read it, and it's just like, nope, it's the same quote. We have. You're doing a run? Good job, man. Do a sprint. In what? Life? Oh, the quarry.
Belkin Priority 1 Strategic Airspace
Hey, Sasuke.
B7R, aka the Round Table.
7er.
It was the grand stage where we pilots performed. We were all on an equal footing, fighting under the same conditions. No affiliations or ranks to hinder us. Aces from every nation crisscrossed through those skies in pursuit of air superiority. The only rule of engagement was to survive.
Hearts, hearts.
Comm team, this is Eagle Eye. Penetrate B7R and get a feel for the surroundings.
Yeah, makes sense.
Call 2, roger. This kind of job is what we're all about.
Hey, Pixie. Bye, Pixie. Really. I've never touched a multiplayer. No, actually I have. I used to play split screen with my brother when I was a kid. I don't see any enemies. At the speed I'm going? I don't know. I'm guessing the F-22s are especially bad in multiplayer, or like their default loadout has those missiles. Yeah, but they're going as fast as me? I don't think so. I'm going pretty fast. I love it when I have to like take my thumb and move it up to the shoulder button. Indigo, Belkin Air Force, 7th Air Division.
Indigo 1 to all units. Target spotted. Commencing attack.
There they go. Oh, this music!
Cannot authorize retreat. Intercept them.
Alex playing Ace Combat game. This music is good! I'm like, yeah, of course it's good. It's Ace Combat. Music's fucking legendary. That being said, let's get this bitch. Come on. Where you at? There you are. Damn it. I need to get some range. Alright, well the Ace Combat 3 method is not working. Did I get him though? They're really maneuverable. Used to play C7 multiplayer. We could never find any TDM lobbies though. Highway to the catnip zone. Oh, that was fun. Maybe if I go get something to drink, I'll do better next time. The Catino zone. Yeah. It's a really scary battle royale place. Let's just floor it.
Comm team, this is Eagle Eye.
Alright, what did I fuck up? Well, maybe getting shot was part of that, and just thinking I could barrel roll the missiles away. But yeah, there was a trick you could do in Ace Combat 3 where you'd spin, and then you'd hold your rudder in that same direction, and you'd kind of wiggle through the air, making you harder to hit.
Exercise caution.
But I think all 3 hits hit me. Nice, those are really good. Especially the ones with the filling. There's me, look it, guys, it's me. It's a cat wearing that. The helmet's so big. Also, I forgot to remove the pets. I'm sorry. My bad, you guys. That way when you guys actually do redeem pets. You know, I've never seen Top Gun. But I have seen Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. I love looking at the ground as I fly by. Like, the landscape looks so much nicer in these games than it are in 4 and this one than in 3. Like, 3's landscape was so hideous and low poly. And I'd love Maverick. I've never seen Maverick. I've never seen any of them. I've heard they're good. I've just...
Indigo 1 to all units. Target spotted.
I don't know. One of my favorite fighter plane movies an anime called The Skycrawlers, which is fucking phenomenal. But it's not exactly what you'd think of. Oh, TJ, there's a scene in Shin Godzilla I think you'd love that involves a tank battalion. I can't show it to you, though, because I can't find it on YouTube. But it's a good scene. So you should watch the entirety of Shin Godzilla just to see it. dancing right now. Nice. Good for you, man. Keep dancing. Got him! Fuck yeah! My engine down a bit, and we're gonna accelerate. Right?
I know it's the round table, but we can do this. Just like anywhere else. Missile evaded. Go for plane one.
Switch my target, please. In case you're wondering why I'm flying in a circle, I'm trying to switch to the right target. Okay, that's the one. That's not who I'm after. Bitch, fuck off. I'm not after you.
Missile evaded.
Got him. There you are. Just, I love that I can see... By the way, I just want to point out, I will probably be playing the Wii version, Pant, or the SNES version next. Not sure. No, it's, crap, let me look them up, actually, because it's a great scene. Shin Godzilla tank scene. Because it's like, it's a real modern day tank, but I'm not sure. It might actually be that, I'm not sure. I'm not really familiar with my tanks. But, oh god, is this really all we got right there, this scene? Alright, well, here's a scene someone took of the fucking movie in the theater. I'm thinking of the Wii version, but I don't know yet. See the guy with his fucking camera in the reflection? Doo-doo-doo-doo. I love that. This is the kick to it, and then they actually... It's really great because it's an actually like properly strategized tank battle. They're not just thousands of worthless tanks being fed to Godzilla. I love that movie, by the way. One of my favorites. It's my favorite Godzilla movie, absolutely. Anyways, shoutouts to Shin Godzilla, great movie. Not really familiar with my tanks, because I don't play World of Tanks. I actually did it, like, I really wanted to play a tank game, but I didn't want to play War Thunder or World of Tanks, because I don't really do multiplayer games. That's the reason I'm giving right now. The real reason's far more complicated and controversial, but... World of Tanks, ew. Slash... Get back here, you bitch. Don't worry, I'll just fall. I'll fall into your sight. You'll fall right into my sights.
Warning, the enemy is locked onto you. Golem 1, missile evaded. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Got him! Excellent. Direct that more powerful than a tank shot. 18s only play MGS collection with controller. What's the fucking point of porting it to PC then? It's fine, I guess. Like, I don't know, if I could play MGS3 and still be able to, like, properly sneak, that would be nice. But, like, the problem... That sucks. What's the fucking point of that, other than the game looking nice? Like, that's terrible. Someone needs to fix that, or at least add gyro aiming. The movie's actually really interesting because it explains why, like, it's a proper science fiction movie, for one. Like, Godzilla doesn't just show up and it's like, ooh, big lizard! There's, like, scientists and politicians having to strategize how to beat the thing. It's like a war movie, but the enemy of the enemy in the war is one monster, and they gotta actually, like, strategize and think about how they beat this thing. Like, there's a point where they aren't able to deploy the military until, like, halfway through the movie because they're afraid of, like, the political implications. Yeah, I just want to play it on keyboard and mouse. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to be able to aim in a video game that has guns in it. They won't allow you. Yeah, very much, very, very realistic. It's really well done and really well made. I really can't recommend the movie enough. It's the complete opposite of the American Godzilla movies, which are like, if you want to watch monsters fight, that's what those movies are for. But, like, I don't know, just a really good disaster movie slash thriller slash horror film. But yeah, that's a waste. That's a fucking waste. What a waste. Not really a big fan of the American-made Godzilla movies recently. I've never been a fan of them because I don't know. Like, people love Pacific Rim, and I'm like, yeah, it's monsters, giant monsters fighting. I mean, it's never been something that's been that crazy entertaining for me. I'm more of a story kind of guy. I'm more boring. I like how he's fat. I like how he's chunky. The design for Shin Godzilla, though, is so creepy and unsettling. Still waiting for a TNO. What's TNO? The New Order? Like Wolfenstein The New Order? This guy's annoying me. Because if you want like a Wolfenstein The New Order TV show, there's The Man in High Castle.
All Belkin reinforcements confirmed down. Mission complete. Return to base.
Also, I think that's already made. I think it's called The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Oh yeah, I'm also rewatching the Stalker movie with the girlfriend. Very excited to see where that goes. I'm liking it a lot more on a second viewing.
We appreciate your work.
Thank you.
Looks like we were just a couple of decoys. Yo, buddy. You still alive?
What does TNO stand for? That's what I'm curious about. Like that's really cool, but you've answered every question except for the one that I specifically had. Oh, you mean is it a Hearts of Iron 4 mod? Oh, you want a TV series about a mod? Oh, I was saying me and the girlfriend started watching Stalker, the movie that I watched with you guys. Man, full-fledged games... Why would a mod... Are you waiting? Like, is that a thing that was announced? It's like me. I don't know, man. It's like oh man, I'm trying to think of an equivalent. That's really strange. I want a Fallout Dust TV show. Not to pick fun at you or anything, but that's a strange thing to ask for, I guess. But. No, but just be cool because it's mainly story-based. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're just looking at it from the idea of this is a fucking cool story that I want to see get made into something, then 100%. Like, that's sick. I have a bunch of stuff like that.
It seems B7R is more heavily guarded than we thought. If
Yeah,
it wasn't for you, this ploy
I'm
bar's
becoming a
probably
Knight.
Keep up the good work.
Nice. Nice. But yeah, I recommend the new Godzilla movie. I recommend the Chernobyl TV series, which I just rewatched. Fucking fantastic. Love that so much. Such a good series. So depressing. It's strange. It was strange watching that with a girlfriend because she was like, there were characters at the reactor while it was exploding, and she's like, I'm worried about these guys, and I'm like, yeah, they're dead. Because of like the main threat in that story is just like the invisible killer of radiation. And so, like, being there with someone like, I hope that character's okay. They're not. They're not okay. They're dead. They're already radiated.
The Allied forces. The campaign will be called Offensive Campaign Number 4101. The objective of this operation is to secure a sea transit lane for the Allied forces. To secure this channel, the Belkan forces occupying the Futuro Canal must be cleared.
I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I'm having a good time. I love Ace Combat. I had so much fun playing 3 on stream.
Offensive Campaign Number 4101 will be comprised of the following 3 air missions.
Okay.
First, there is Operation Gelnikos.
Okay.
This is an air-to-air surface operation, whose objective is to wipe out Belka's air squadron, port facilities, and surface weapons. Next is Operation Round Hammer. This is an air-to-surface operation.
Ooh, a 3... Okay, I just kind of read what you wrote. I kind of skimmed it last time. A 3-way Cold War sounds really interesting.
And the last mission is called Operation...
What happened to Russia? Why aren't they in the mix? Oh, they won. That's... Yeah, they're Russia now. Oh boy, that's depressing.
Including its state-of-the-art aircraft carrier, which will be making a trial.
You know, I feel like I could just look at a map of what the setting is supposed to be in terms of the territories and understand immediately what's going on. Because it sounds like... Did Germany take Europe and then Japan take all of Asia? And then we had the 3 superpowers. Gelnikos, Roundhammer, Costner. Air to ground, air to ground. I want to do air to air if possible. Okay, I don't want to do an escort mission. Do this one. This one's cool. Gelnikos. Alright. We'll take out the pilots in the air and then we'll go down. The main title screen of this game has such a creepy atmosphere. I was actually kind of surprised it didn't carry. Like, it's just for the main title screen, perhaps. Because, like, it had this really dark, creepy feel to it. We need something that's like an intercept aircraft, low-cost tactical fighter. Alright, we'll do this one then. Bomb. Then we need... no, actually, where was the one that had the really good bombs on it? I guess this one, and then we just do the normal bombs. Spread bomb. Alright, yeah. Sounds good to me. Yeah, like, this quote is just... After reading it once, you're just like, alright, that was deep. I look forward to more quotes like this. But then it's the only quote, so it's just sitting here waiting for me to poke holes in it. Like, it just feels dumb. I am really sad about that. I'm like, oh, cool quotes.
Destroy all Belkan forces stationed in the port. Secure a route of passage for the Allied fleet.
There you are.
I've made visual contact with Futuro Canal.
Man, Castlevania really fell off. Like, after, like, that sheer drop in quality after Season 2 was so sad. I don't know, like, the problem was they finished the story too well in Season 2. They got rid of the main threat. They finished the main thread without introducing something to be as interesting as the main thread. Because when you start off with your story with we have to kill Dracula, and then you end it as satisfyingly as you did, it's kind of hard to have a Seasons 2 and a Seasons 3 and 4. And I get that that's like a thing for the video games, but they really did not, it really did not feel like they were writing the Dracula storyline with the idea that it had to go on forever in mind. Also, what's that big green blob on the map? I guess they're exactly where I am. It's like a radar jam, I'm guessing. So I gotta use my eyes. There we go.
There's the counterattack signal. I've been waiting a long time for this day.
Alright. Okay. No, I'm very confused. What's going on? Like, the geometry doesn't... Oh, no, because the map's way bigger. Like, I'm looking over here like, where's all my targets? It's like... jammers. Now, are those neutral targets, or can I actually... APC... No, 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 no. Oh, I hit a neutral target. Uh-oh. I can't tell because the you know. Okay. I'm hitting green targets. Yeah, I can't tell who I'm shooting at. Like, because of the radar, I'm having a really rough go of it. There's a lot of confusion here. There it is, way over there. Let's just fly on over. Oh, whoa, I love how I can hear the fucking air raid sirens. That's so sick. Alright, let's loop back around and make another strafing run on it. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm really enjoying this a lot. There's a, you know what's funny? I was trying to think, like, do I have any, like, mods or super small scale things I want, like, made into a movie or a show? I don't, but I have a lot of things that used to be small scale that were made into movies and shows, and I want them to be done again, but correctly. Like, I want someone to actually adapt The Witcher properly, rather than what they did. I want someone to adapt Game of Thrones without fucking up the ending. Like, I'd love if we got a TBH, even though they thought rid of the threat in Castlevania, I still enjoyed it. One of the many well-animated gore. I don't know of many well-animated gory shows. That's true. I guess if you're there for, like, the vampire aesthetic, and you're looking for 2D animated vampire aesthetic gory show, your options are Hellsing and Castlevania. But for me, it's like, I'm not able to get into anything that doesn't have an interesting story, and for me, the main part of the story that I cared for was just past. Like, there's been quite a few anime that I've been recommended purely for having good animations, and I just look at it and I go, yeah, it's no Akira, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like when you watch enough anime, you see what the peaks of good animation are, and you stop appreciating it as much. After watching, like, the anime that came out in, like, the late 80s, early 90s, I don't know. Most animation nowadays just doesn't impress me. Once you've seen Akira or Ghost in the Shell, it's kind of like, it's alright, I guess. It's also the fact that a lot of many really good animated moments for me nowadays are just I see them in clips on YouTube or on TikTok or in AMVs. So, yeah. Castlevania is a good show. I just lost a lot of interest after season 2. Where is my target, by the way? I guess I got rid of all the ground targets. This, I don't like this gimmick. I don't like the gimmick of the radar jamming. That's really annoying, and I'd like to be able to see my targets in my game about flying fast and shooting things. I know there's a jammer I can hit, but I don't want to hit any neutral targets if possible. I wonder why no one's been able to, like, get a good adaptation of Berserk going since the 90s. It's crazy to think about. I really don't like what streaming has done to the consumption of entertainment. I'm not a fan of what it's done, because it creates a world in which people can't watch something unless it's on their streaming service of choice. Like, I'll be talking about a movie I found on the internet for free, and I'll be telling people about it, and they're like, that sounds amazing, how can I watch it? And I go, well, do you have a torrent software? Because it's the only way to watch a lot of really good stuff, and it's sad how people are so limited by their streaming services. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, the idea that like there are people nowadays who are never going to see Akira and they're never going to see Ghost in the Shell because Crunchyroll doesn't fucking have it or Funimation doesn't have it, like, is utterly heartbreaking to me. Like, when I was a kid, you can go to the anime section at the video store and you had like new stuff like Dragon Ball Z, or sorry, you had new stuff like Bleach and Naruto at the time alongside like Dragon Ball Z and Yu Yu Hakusho. There was like a Hunter x Hunter box set you could rent, like old Hunter x Hunter, by the way, not the newer anime, which I do think is way better. It's just the selection is so much, in terms of like the selection is larger nowadays, absolutely. But in terms of the time periods it covers, if you watch anime nowadays, you likely don't go earlier than the year 2010. And a lot of the best stuff is from before then, in my opinion. At least in terms of what I've seen, a lot of my favorite anime are older. Can't get on Netflix or HBO or Hulu. Yeah, it's a bummer. You're pretty much, like, when it comes to movies, you're shit out of luck unless you have a computer. But that pretty much defines our current internet landscape. It's like, do you want to do cool stuff? Do you have a computer? No? Well, then you're pretty much shit out of luck because you've been locked out of experiencing things you really should be able to experience. Like, there's no reason why you're, like, why can't you put a PS1 game into a PS5 and play it? Like, that is nonsense. Well, my computer can run PS1 games. I can put a PS1 game into my computer and use my emulator to play it. Like, but a PlayStation can't? That's ridiculous. And people are so locked off to older content. And a lot of the best, most influential stuff is back then. Oh my god, this sucks. This mission's terrible. Oh my god, where's the jammer? I can't see anything. Yeah? How? How are they tracking me on radar? Oh, it's terrible. It wasn't. The only thing it was limiting was the income of console manufacturers. I'm just gonna shoot everything until I win. I don't care anymore. Like, recently I rewatched, not too long ago, like, there's some of my more recent favorite anime are from super long ago, like, Serial Experiments Lain was an anime I watched somewhere recently that's, like, from the early 2000s, and just there's so many people that are never going to be able to watch it because they stick to streaming services and don't go and don't dip their toes into piracy. We have created a landscape where pirates are served better than anyone else. Like, it's crazy, man. Not we, but, like, the modern tech industry. It's like, do you want to get the most out of your phone? Jailbreak it, you know? It's so crazy to me.
Forces eliminated. Nice work, comm team. This should make your next operation a whole lot easier.
Internet's a crazy place, the world's a crazy place, but that's why I always tell people, embrace crime, you know? You're only gonna get what you want, in this case is to take it, cause like, yeah. You wanna play games from a long time ago? Don't wait for Nintendo to re-release them, get a computer. Oh god, yeah, I was the same way. I would always have to sell my previous system to get the next one. I had to sell my Nintendo DS Lite to get a PSP. I had to sell my PSP to get a 3DS. I had to, like, it's so sad, you know? But I was already feeling that shit back during the 360 generation. Like, the 360 generation was pretty great. Like, PS3 360 was, I feel like, the last truly great console gaming generation we had. However, when I was on my 360 talking to people on Xbox Live, I wasn't playing 360 games. I was on the other, I had my 360 controller on my lap with the headphones plugged in, and I was playing Devil May Cry 3 on my PS2 or like Shadow of the Colossus or something else, you know? I wasn't playing 360 games. I remember, and that same thing happened during the PS4. I got the PS4, talking to my friends on PSN while I'm playing Dark Souls on my 360, because, like, what was there to play on the PS4? It was just such a crazy time, because you're just, like... When you're poor, like, when you don't have access to a computer or access to everything, your actions will kind of show what has the most value, you know? Destiny came out, I just bought Destiny. What did I spend most of my time doing? I spent most of my time playing PvP and Halo Reach.
Solus Ortis is located just outside Ustio's capital.
Or Halo 4 even.
The Allied forces will deploy airborne troops, comprised primarily of Osia's 101st Airborne Division, over Solus Ortis, in a surprise air and ground attack on the Balkan forces. This operation will play a critical role in Ustio's liberation. Your mission is to provide support for the airborne troops. Destroy Belka's surface-to-air defense network and all interceptor aircraft, securing a safe drop zone for the airborne troops. Be aware of civilians still inside Solus Ortis. Your actions will determine their fate.
Okay.
Good luck.
One thing I can also say about this game in terms of a criticism already is I wish it had more characters saying interesting things and less dry military jargon. Because Ace Combat 3 was really good about that. Ace Combat 3 was full of, like, likable, interesting characters with interesting point of views and perspectives. PS3, because I can nothing release that I cared about. Finally, when I got my PC built, I only used my Xbox to talk to friends. Yeah, same. Yeah, there was a time where I'd just buy whatever my friends would buy, and I stopped doing that after I bought my own. I bought an Xbox 360. And I bought Borderlands 2 to play with my friends from school because that's all they ever talked about. And then I got it, and they didn't want to play Borderlands anymore. Like, we're tired of Borderlands. We're all playing World of Tanks or whatever, like some other game or some other game I had to pay for. And so I'd like say, but like I didn't have a lot of money. I had to save up my money, and I could buy 2 games a year. So I just like all my friends are into whatever game that costs money. I guess I'll sit and I'll wait until I have enough money for it, and all the while listen to them having a great time playing Battlefield 3. Finally get enough money for Battlefield 3. Oh, we're not playing that anymore. We're playing the new Call of Duty. That game's not great. And I'm like, you assholes. That was the worst. Can I buy stuff, or is... Oh yeah, buy aircraft, because I think we got new ones I'd like to check out. MiG-21, 29 Fulcrum. Here we are. Multi-role Griffin. Yes. Yes. Always slow on getting new games because I was pouring up on my own things because I never wanted to play with me because they got bored of it. Yeah, it sucked. Because like you'd spend all this time. Oh, is this all like? That's the Griffin. Okay. Hangar. No, not this one. Start mission, and then we can pick the egg. Yeah, same here. It's like it was just like I felt like I was wasting my time. Fighter. There we go. Semi-accurate air-to-air missile. Air-to-air missile? High accuracy and long range. That's what I want. Unguided bomb, large. This is a special weapon which I still have not been able to figure out how to use. I'll just do that one. Hey, Ellie, how you doing? But yeah, like it was just such a downer, man. And then eventually I just started playing my own shit, and it's like, yeah, you guys are playing Bloodborne. Yeah, I'm playing The Witcher 3. I don't care anymore, you know? Oh, God, yeah. So they quit already. Fuck that. Don't do... Like, that's dumb, man. I'm sorry to hear they did that to you. I feel your pain. Luckily for me, I got people to play Divinity with, and I got like 4 people to buy it, and we all bought it, and they all had great times, and I just fell off because I didn't like it. And now I'm playing it years later when I don't even talk to them. I've been playing Divinity 2 and having a great time. I love Divinity 2. I'm having so much fun. I'm about to go back to the starting area and kill all the Magisters. I'm so excited to do that. Oh, sorry, 10. 10 didn't make it. Yeah, and Divinity 2 is expensive. That game never went on sale. Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Cake, Thistle. That game was expensive too. Got back onto when BG3 was announced. I think I wanted to play for a while since BG3 won't be out on Xbox for a while. That's fair. I've actually hopped back on it because it's for the exact same reason. But it's like I'm waiting to finish Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 before I tackle 3 because of... Okay, it was really crazy because Baldur's Gate 3, I went in with the understanding like this is basically a completely different kind of game that doesn't continue any story stuff from Baldur's Gate 3. And I went and I was talking to the girlfriend about Baldur's Gate 1 and about how great it was, and I went to show her a clip of a character from that game, and all the search results were clips of him from Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm like, well, I guess it does matter. So I won't be playing that for a while until I beat Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on stream. So it'll take a minute. When it does happen, I would like to... I want to play it on stream, single player, of course. However, I would... and this isn't like a hard set in stone thing. I would love to get my D&D group together, because I'm a DM for 3 players, and I'd love to get them to play that with me. One of them is my girlfriend, though, and she doesn't really play video games all that much. She mainly plays, like, first-person horror games. She doesn't really play a lot of, like, RPGs and stuff. And the RPGs, she, like, okay, she plays, like, that's not fair. She plays Pokemon, Persona, and Chrono Trigger. So, like, she plays RPGs, just not those kind of really hard Western computer RPGs. She mainly plays Japanese RPGs, which is great, because those are great games, and I introduced her to them, so... Ooh, shit. What does this actually do? Oh, that was stupid. Why? I don't even know what that missile is. That's so confusing. Xbox release, at least not for me. Yeah, and it's also old and weird, and it's an old weird game. Warlocracy did a really good video on it. I recommend that. It covers basically the events of the entire first game. As for the second game, most people who are fans of Baldur's Gate will just tell you to skip the first game anyway, because like the high quality one is the second one apparently. I've never touched it. I don't know anything about it, and I love Baldur's Gate 1 because it's the one I grew up playing as a kid. However, BG fans tend to talk about that one as the best one. Sure you can. Just gotta be brave, like me. There we are. I hate horror games, but I love horror survival games. That's fair. I really like both of them. I guess I've played only a few survival horror games. Like I played Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2, and Dead Space. But I really like those. And I haven't played the original Resident Evil 2, I've only played the remake, which is amazing, and I fucking love it. Oh, and RE7. I played RE7. Not 8, though. My horror games, my survival horror spread is really small. Stalker, Metro, and Fear, I guess, are all horror games, right? Survival horror games. Maybe not Fear, but Stalker and Metro, at least. Stalker's great. During in movies too, so I watch play RPGs, but I'm meticulous and immerse myself, so it's sometimes too slow for her. Stalker's a damn good one. Stalker's great, man. We just finished Stalker on the channel recently. Stalker 1, at least. Or, not 1, but we finished Shadow of Chernobyl. Alright, 1 missed. That 1 missed too. Oh, Metro's so sick. I need to play that on hard. Is there a hard difficulty that still lets me have my HUD? Because that game has QuickTime events with no on-screen buttons during its harder difficulties, and that's just bullshit. It's like I tried Ranger Hardcore, and it was just like, the combat's not difficult because of how like easy it is to kill everything, at least in terms of the part I got to. But I got stuck outside and couldn't survive because of the no QuickTime, because of the no on-screen button prompts for QuickTime events, which is super silly. It's so, like, it's so dumb. But, yeah. The reason why I have an attachment to this plane specifically is when I was a kid, I had a flight sim for the MiG-29 Fulcrum. And I just think it's an old Soviet era, it's an old Soviet jet, and also it's got a lot of personality. I've always been fond of this one. I was talking about at the beginning of this stream how bullshit it is that there's like so many PS2 Reddits that have nothing to do with PlayStation, and they're all PlanetSide 2 clans. It's like, that's terrible. PS2 does not stand for PlanetSide 2. You stop that. I'm just kind of reminding you guys that that's what one of the things I was ranting about at the beginning of the stream, just because it was just so irritating. It's like, come on, it stands for PS2. We're trying to erase history. I get really, really irritated when people forget about shit. I get really, really irritated when people forget about old shit that I like. Where it's like, someone will mention like, oh, this game did this really cool new thing, and I'll be like, yeah, well, that's not the first person who did it. There was this game for the fucking Dreamcast in the 90s that like 10 people bought, and I was like one of the 10. Like, I'm such a hipster when it comes to that kind of shit, man. Oh, but there on occasion there'll be something new that I really appreciate. Like, I'm not obsessed with old things. It's just, I like history. I like learning about things. I like going back and playing things that are good no matter how old they are. So when people just ignore them or dismiss them because they're old, or even worse, I've never even heard of them because of the current landscape, it's really disappointing. I don't even know what I'm upset about, but it's a funny thing I run into sometime. No, Sam! Makes sense. Makes things easy. That's fair. Like, Halo Infinite was coming out and people were like, can I start with this one? And I'm like, no! You're like, yeah, you can totally start with that one. I'm being really unreasonable, but the idea that people would, like, just ignore some of the best games ever made is so annoying to me. Do I have to play the good game? Yeah, play the good video games, why don't you? But I don't like it, and it's old, and it's turn-based. Like, I don't know, challenge yourself, I suppose. I'm such a fucking boomer sometimes. That's so frustrating. I hate that, man. Then you get franchises like The Witcher, where it's like, can I start with the first game? Can I start with the third game? No. Can I start with the second game? No. Can I start with the first game? No. Even if you start with the first Witcher game, you're still behind because the game is a sequel to a series of 7 books released in Poland and only recently being translated into English. If you play the Witcher games from the first game, you won't understand the story. Isn't that insane? Like, it's not even like, go back and play these old games. It's like, if you want to play these games, read these books, fucker. Learn Polish. Neutralized, at least. Interesting. Interesting, that wasn't a kill. That was something else. I guess I just damaged his plane enough that he had to retreat. Wow, that's really cool that that's a thing that can happen. You know what broke me out of that? Because I used to be the same way. I would like get into a game series and I'd look back at like what came before, and I'd be like, that looks kind of old and weird and crappy. Oh yeah, slogged through 3. Yeah, but that's not that's Sega's fault. They shouldn't have done it that way. Like, I remember telling people about that. I remember talking to people who were playing Kiwami 1 and 2, and they're like, oh, these are great. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna hit a wall with 3. Every person, literally every person that I have talked to that has started with Yakuza 0 and then did the Kiwami games as substitutes for Yakuza 1 and 2, they've run into the exact same problem. Every single one of them. And I warned them. I warned every single one of them. It's so funny. Literally, like, I had a bunch of friends who were going through the Yakuza games all at once, and I'm like, you guys are going to hit a wall with Yakuza 3. And I warned them. And they didn't listen to me. Super funny to me, though. Like, I'm probably going to power through, personally, because I played Yakuza 1. If I can beat Yakuza 1, I feel like I'm set for anything. But, like, the game that actually broke me out of that was Metal Gear. My first Metal Gear Solid game that I played beginning to end was Metal Gear Solid 4. Oh, okay. That's fair. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's perfectly fair. Yeah. And to be fair, playing games in any order is fair. I'm not like... I'm talking about this is a specific mental problem that I have. It doesn't mean you're bad for playing games in a wacky order. I started the Metal Gear Solid games at Metal Gear Solid 4. Then I played Peace Walker. Then I played 3. Then I played 1. Then I played 2. My first time playthrough order of Metal Gear Solid was so out of whack. Why? Because it was what I had available to me. I had a PS3, and my dad bought MGS4 for me for my birthday. What was I going to do? Not play the game? I had a PSP. I really loved the demo for Peace Walker. But after that, after doing all this research and trying to understand the story, it just led to me wanting to play the game. So I had a friend who just had Metal Gear Solid 1, and he's like, hey man, come play Metal Gear Solid 1 with me. And I'm like, it's old. And he's like, yeah, but give it a try. And then I played it, and I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Metal Gear Solid 1 blew my mind when I played it the first time. You know what year it was when I played Metal Gear Solid 1? It was 2013. I played it, and I touched it, and I looked at it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is genuinely fucking amazing. Like, it was, like, shocking playing that game for the first time. I was so amazed with the quality. And then, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, same thing. And I played 3 already, but then I went back and played it again after playing 1 and 2, and it just blew my... Like, 3 is my favorite video game. Metal Gear Solid 3, like, until recently, was my favorite video game. Now, I don't really have a favorite video game anymore because I played so much. Oh, yeah. TJ, I'm gonna break your heart. There's no way in hell that's gonna have online support. If they can't even get mouse support for a PC game, do you seriously think they're gonna put the work in to give Peace Walker online? Especially when they can't monetize it? Like, I seriously doubt it. It sucks, I know, but still. Peace Walker's multiplayer is so fucking good, though. It's so good! If you had a PSP back in the day, or a PS3 playing the remaster, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I love Metal Gear Solid. I adore it. Yeah, the thing is, you wouldn't be able to know that because, like, what are you doing if, like, what, like, I don't know, what Metal Gear Solid is there to play anymore? Especially if you're PC only, like me. You're just gonna emulate the old games, I guess. That was my plan, actually. Yep. Oh, and then if you have another person who has the PSP version and Peace Walker, like, you can play with them in co-op still. Oh, Acid's nice. I really want to play the Acid games. I want to play all the Weirdos spin-offs, like Ghost Babel and like Police Knots and Snatcher, which are in the Metal Gear universe, but like they're not Metal Gear games. And Acid, and I hate to say it, yes, I would like to play Metal Gear Survive. Am I going to pay for it? Fuck no. But I'll play it. I'll play it offline by myself. Or I'll grab a CD key so Konami doesn't get any of my money. Lock on. Am I seriously out of... I'm out of missiles. Right, I guess I'm gonna fly back to the aircraft carrier and refuel. You're right, it didn't. Oh, I love it. I love Rising so much. You have to be online for Survive. Alright, then I'll find a key. I'll get a CD key for it. Maybe we can play together. Might be fun. As long as Konami doesn't get any money, that's what matters to me. You can't play the campaign. Then what's the point of the online? No, I'm trying to refill my fucking ammunition. What am I supposed to do? Alright. Now we're good. Thank you all for watching the Ace Combat stream. I had a lot of fun. This game is great. I wish the story was like Ace Combat 3, but nah, it's not. It's a dry military story, which I wish it wasn't. I wish it was at least anime, a little bit anime. Like that's what I was hoping for, an anime story like 3 or 4. But like it's whatever. I had fun. Game's still good. Music's still great. It plays so nice too. It's like a tighter Ace Combat 4, and I fucking love that game. Anyways, thank you all 100% for joining me. If you want to hang out sometime or just keep talking or whatever and keep it going, keep the party going, be sure to join the Discord. If you haven't joined yet, be sure to do that. Service sucked though. No, they just don't. They want to make sure they can watch you. And yeah.
Him? Yeah. I know him.
Sorry,
It's
Yuri.
going to take a while.
Sorry, Yuri. We're gonna have to stop talking for a second. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to follow. If you want to support the stream and keep it going, be sure to subscribe. Also, Zandari. When did Zandari get in here? Oh, that was Zandari talking the whole time. I thought that was the one bloke. I thought that was someone else. Whoopsie. So, hi Zandari, how you doing, man? Sorry for the lack of D&D interaction. All right, let's go ahead and hippity pop on over to Twitch. Find ourselves another Ace Combat streamer. Worst comes to worst, we can always raid Woozlewub, who's playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm down for. Ace Combat 0, the Belkin War. I'm the only one. I only have 3. Just type in Ace Combat and see what we get in terms of what people are playing. 26 versus 3 versus 2. Oh my gosh. All right. Maybe we'll find like a really small streamer who's playing. No, it's not that. You know, Andala's playing I Divine. You know, shit. I want to raid some people. Let's check out Woozlewub. Let's see what they got going on. That's terrible. That is dreadful. Oh, he's making a. He's playing Baldur's Gate 3. All right, we'll raid Woozle, who's making a halfling. Oh, whoa. Okay, maybe not. Wow, it's got customizable genitals like Cyberpunk. That's something else, isn't it? Let's go ahead and. I'm sorry, Woozle. I would totally raid you, but like.
Let me actually.
Oh, it's Varney. Never mind. Let's do Andala. Oh, it's Andala's playing Divine Cybermancy.
Look at an Asian colony located within a looter stronghold. Officially, you must infiltrate this outpost.
It has what? It has customizable genitals like Cyberpunk.
You're there to steal some data. Those roasts should probably steal some secret documents from GN's spaceship during pirate.
Wow, tonight's stream was kind of a dud. Oh well.
Been eliminated, but some survivors managed to escape with the data.
Not a lot of people showed up.
Get back to me when you're ready. Well,